Good morning. Welcome in to 104.5 The Zone. And today is a beautiful day because we're making some changes around here. Welcome in. I'm Lucas Panzica. Jackson Williams is making the show happen. Robert Walsh is across from me because this is no longer the Buck Reising Show. It's been a long time coming. And I'll step in here when Buck's on his quote-unquote vacation, when he's going to a wedding or what have you, taking his random days off. But this is for real this time. I've stolen his key card. We've deadbolted the studio door. And Robert Walsh, it's me and you and Jackson Williams for the foreseeable future.
Are you excited?
I am excited.
What's the first order of business? What's the first thing you want to do without Buck in here?
I don't know. I've been plotting this since March 2021, and I haven't even thought about it. I haven't thought about what the first order of business is going to be because I've been so preoccupied with just getting to this point, and we're finally here. Feels good.
It does feel good, but I also want to make it known that I agreed to be on this show if they would double my pay. As you can tell, I have two microphones in front of me.
Double the mics, double the pay.
There you go. I was also told that I would not be struck by Buck because last time, most times that I sit in his seat, I take a little bit of his shine. He likes to physically assault me, and I was told this time I would not be assaulted. So I should have brought a hard hat. Last time he struck me with a microphone. You called it a boop. I call it a bop, but
you should have brought a hard hat. Always wear a hard hat. Safety first. Join us on the 104.5 The Zone TV, FNM Bank chat, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. We're getting questions. Trippin' Titans saying, just logged in. Did Buck get fired? Yes. Trippin' Titans. He did. He did. And this is what this show is going to be from here on out. So, Robert Walsh, what should we get into this morning? The NFL draft starts 7 days from today in Detroit. The Titans looking to bring in blue chip players, trying to build a championship foundation that they've added some cornerstone pieces into via free agency. Today, we're going to talk about worst case draft scenarios for the Tennessee Titans. If you had to think of a worst case scenario for just Thursday, we'll just go with the first round, what would come to mind?
Oh, that they don't turn their pick in on time. And then they have to wait until another team gets to pick, and then they lose out on Joe Alt or Malik Neighbors like a Vikings or a Ravens of drafts past. That would be the worst case scenario because then that's the ineptitude of your front office. It's not so much, oh, they picked the wrong player. They didn't pick at all. That would be the worst case scenario for me.
I suppose that would be the worst case scenario. 615-737-1045 if you want to jump in. Not getting the pick in on time. Where are we at with the draft clock? It's 10 minutes, correct?
Which is, it's 9 minutes too long. You know who you're picking. Come on. I know it's so they can sell ads, but in the first round when we have to stay up into the wee hours of the morning, you know who you're picking. You know if you're trading the pick, you've already talked to all these guys, you've already done your research. Stop dragging it out. Turn the pick in. I would love, just for once, when a team, they're on the clock, the pick is in. They don't have to wait at all. Just so I can go to bed before 11:30.
I don't think we should have a draft clock for the number one overall pick.
They should just have to pick. I agree with that. Lucas, first day as the head host, and you're coming up with stuff like this? That's gold.
They have been on the clock. How long have the Chicago Bears have been on the clock? I'm trying to think at what point in the season the Carolina Panthers officially clinched being the worst team in the NFL. It was definitely earlier than the very end of the regular season. But the moment the Carolina Panthers clinched the number one pick, which in turn clinched the number one pick for the Chicago Bears because of that trade that allowed the Panthers to pick Bryce Young number one overall, the Bears have been on the clock since that point. So there is absolutely no reason for me to actually have them be on the clock when the NFL draft gets underway.
And when's the last time the first overall pick wasn't a foregone conclusion? Was it the Chiefs when they took, and instead of taking, I'm blanking on their names, they took a separate offensive lineman than who was projected to go for, I think it was Luke Jokel, someone else, and they went with Eric Fisher.
Eric Fisher.
So when is the last time the number one overall pick has been in question? Because I feel like every year we come in, and you already know who it is. Just get this ball rolling, because that's where the real excitement comes in. That's where your tweets, your engagement, your views, all that jazz starts.
Was it a couple of years ago when Trayvon Walker went number one to Jacksonville? Like, is that the last time we went into a draft not having any sort of consensus with the number one pick?
But even in that situation, we knew the turmoil that was going on behind the scenes, where it was Trent Baalke really liked Trayvon Walker, another cat really liked whoever the hell else was in that draft. We knew
it was Aiden Hutchinson.
That's right. That's right. We knew the discourse that was going on, and they weren't able to. My whole point is, the same as yours. Let's just get the picks on with. Let's get it started. What are we waiting on? We do it right now if you want. Go ahead and just say Caleb Williams, #1 overall. Save us all a lot of time.
So that's what we're talking about today. Worst case scenario for you, for the Tennessee Titans in the 2024 NFL Draft. 615-737-1045 is the number. The Tape Farm on the F&M Bank chat says, finally the station is giving the people what they want. No. Hey, who did this?
How did he? Security!
Jackson, did you let him in?
I've been struck! I've been struck!
Out!
What is in there?
Out!
You only get one microphone.
Get out!
You don't get both.
Out!
HR!
This is not okay. This is not okay.
He's broken in.
How did
What
you
the
get
hell
in?
do you think you're doing around here?
How'd you get in here?
What do you mean, how did I get in here? My key card.
Did you pick the lock? Who reactivated your key card?
I'm out of breath.
Who's working against me here? Jackson? Was this you?
I did not reactivate his key card.
Say something.
There's a mole in the
I've got to
building
get
somewhere.
ready. Go ahead. Continue.
Buck, right?
Since you think you're going to be able to do this, go ahead. And in case you want to talk more about how long you want the first round pick draft clock to be. That's invigorating stuff. Robert left his, I'm literally actually out of breath. Robert left his phone in here.
Do you like his background?
What is that?
You didn't watch Sopranos, did you?
Oh, that's
Pine Barrens.
The two of them lost.
Yeah, it's Moltisanti and there he is. No, don't throw his phone.
That was rude.
The F&M Bank chat, he said I have an OtterBox as he walked. The F&M Bank chat is beside itself.
Oh, no.
Football Fred says, well, ratings are going to drop now. Typical Mead says Buck ruins everything. D-Tag says no. And nobody seems to be happy about your presence here, so I don't understand what you're doing. Everything was going swimmingly.
Good. You can leave now.
No, I'm in here now.
What do you mean you're in here now?
I'm in here now. This is permanent.
What do you mean?
This is what we're doing. This
Jackson.
is permanent now.
Hey, buddy. You're stuck with us.
Why are you here?
You're stuck with us, bud.
What do you mean stuck with you?
Forever.
This is permanent.
I don't like this.
You have to look into the whites of my eyes every single day across
Without
from
any
you
glass between
in this
us?
studio. No glass.
Why? Who made this decision?
No more glass.
Did this happen in the 7 minutes that I was late because I stopped to get coffee and then the road that I typically take was actually blocked off today? I was actually late.
You want to know how we got to this point?
Yeah, but this doesn't feel advantageous for you at all
Why is that?
because you've just ceded control. The way that I see it, you can't cut me off anymore with your silly little SEC observations music. You can't turn my microphone off. You have no control over anything that's happening with the show. All you have is your tiny little world over there on that side of the studio. And yet worse, you have to sit even closer to me for 3 hours a day. Jackson, I don't think this works in his benefit at all. Are you sure you don't want to reconsider your position?
You don't think Jackson and I are in cahoots on this?
Yeah, I can always turn your mic off.
Well,
Yes. He's learning.
I don't appreciate that.
You want to know how we got to this point?
Why?
Do you really want to know?
No, not really.
Blackmail. Goes a long way. Gets things done.
So this is actually what I have to deal with. The two of you are going to do this to me every day now.
This is what we
this
do
is
now.
only going to make me be later. Like I'm just going to, because now I don't have to
now-
worry about anything at all.
Yeah, you've got a safety net.
Oh, this is excellent. It all comes back. It all comes full circle. We love to see it. Good morning. Lovely to have you guys with us 10 minutes into the show. Lovely of me to join my own show 10 minutes into the show. It smells of cigarette ash over here, and I don't really appreciate that either. But we'll get to that later on. 615-737-1045 is the number. So you're actually going to sit in here every day, huh?
This is a thing now.
Jackson, you're actually going to be here every day?
Yup.
Does that mean I can get better music?
Potentially, if you're good.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
You have to be a good boy.
Does the grass